Welcome back. We're doing what we always do today, browsing through the AI Agent Store.ai website to find the most fascinating tools out there for you.
Always a good time.
Right. And today, we're pulling up the page for the MyOperator Sales AI Agent. Our whole mission here is to figure out exactly how this specific tool automates prospect engagement on WhatsApp and the web.
Which is huge because it solves that classic speed to lead problem that, so many businesses struggle with.
Yeah, because if your team is asleep or, I don't know, tied up on other calls, that lead just goes cold instantly.
Exactly. When an inbound prospect reaches out, they expect an immediate response.
Yeah.
So this agent basically steps in to handle that initial friction in the sales workflow.
So it's not just acting like a standard bouncer checking IDs at the door. I mean, it's more like an elite maitre d',
Right.
right?
I like that comparison.
Yeah, like it assesses a guest's profile, seats them at the right table, and then briefs the waiter on their exact preferences before they even sit down.
That's actually a perfect way to look at it.
Yeah.
And looking at the data on the page, this agent operates with a 61% autonomy rating.
Wait, really? 61%?
Yeah, it's pretty wild. In practice, that means it's independently answering product questions, qualifying buyers, and capturing those high-intent leads before a human ever even steps in.
But let me push back on that 61% for a second.
No, sure.
If it's handling the vast majority of these interactions without human input, what stops it from feeling like, just another frustrating legacy chatbot?
Ah, right.
Like the ones where you're desperately typing the word human over and over just to escape the loop.
Well, it all comes down to the underlying mechanism. So, unlike those older chatbots that force you down a rigid decision tree,
Like press 1 for pricing, 2 for support.
exactly, this agent uses semantic understanding to parse actual intent. So, if a user jumps straight to a really complex out-of-order question, the AI doesn't just break.
Oh, wow. It adapts.
Yeah, it dynamically pulls the specific context needed to answer while gently steering the conversation back to its necessary qualification criteria.
Which totally flips the traditional model on its head. I mean, you aren't paying humans to filter anymore.
Right.
You're paying them to close. Because it's designed specifically for conversational sales, it only routes the really highly qualified, high-intent leads directly to your human SDRs or founders or sales managers.
And by the time the human actually takes over, the prospect is already vetted. It massively reduces that manual follow-up fatigue.
And speaking of acceleration and just getting things moving fast, the pricing tiers for this paid closed source tool actually lean right into that theme.
Yeah, they do.
It's part of MyOperator's broader AI suite, but if you look at their pricing, they went with vehicle names like compact, sedan, SUV, all the way up to enterprise.
It's fitting, honestly, considering the entire architecture is built around velocity. It just
Yeah.
reinforces the broader takeaway here. That this tool isn't about replacing your sales team. It's a heavy-duty engine meant to accelerate them. I mean, humans shouldn't be wasting their energy answering the same 5 basic questions all day.
Right. They need to focus entirely on relationship building and closing the actual deals.
Exactly.
So if the AI successfully acts as this highly autonomous gatekeeper for the first 60% of the customer journey, it leaves you with a really interesting thought for the future.
Definitely.
As B2B buyers eventually realize they are talking to an AI, will they start trying to prompt, inject, or deliberately game the system just to skip the line and get straight to the human manager?
That is a fascinating behavioral shift to watch for. It could completely change the dynamic of how buyers interact with inbound sales systems.
Or how the fundamental job description of a human sales rep will just need to evolve to stay relevant. Definitely something to keep an eye on.
For sure.
Well, you can check out the page and explore this for yourself over at aiagentstore.ai. And thank you so much for taking the time to rate the show. It really helps us keep bringing you these conversations.